What's good, everybody? We live. We here to talk about House of the Dragon, episode 9, as well as Power Raising Kanan, episode 9. I'm here with the Khaleesi.
Hey Jay, happy Sunday.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. Can't complain.
Good.
Yeah, so we just saw episode 9 of Hot D, House of the Dragon.
Yes.
What's your first take on what happened this last episode?
So as I was watching it, all I could think of is the power of the woman. That's what this episode was to me. Because Jay, we saw how some woman crutches messed up a whole man's mental perspective for the rest of his life.
About Christian Cole.
Oh my gosh, he got it. I don't know if he been getting high towers, crutches. I'm not sure about that, but she's an ageist. She gave him the thing one time and the man was just gone forever. So I'll always say this, you just can't give the thing to every and anybody because they just don't know how to handle it. And you saw how Allison, she, at first I was like, did she really feel that her husband meant it was for her son? Even in real life, people don't take that information because you're not coherent.
Right.
We don't know if you really know how what you're saying is true, facts, real. So we already know she'd been grooming him to do that. So all she needed was a hint. All she needed to hear was she'd have thought it was that anyway. So, but these women out here running the show. Power the woman.
I mean, it was a lot going on this episode, that's for sure. And I mean, it seemed like Allison is waking up a little bit and realizing that she was getting played by her father as well. Because she didn't want to kill her friends and all that, and she knew the king. She didn't realize when she said what she said about his dying wish that meant the death of everybody else. So she ain't thinking things all the way through yet. She been worried about the death of her people and her kid if Rhaenyra, may have chose. She didn't think about what would happen to them if she chose. So
exactly, the ops gotta go.
And they tried to hold everybody hostage. I'm wondering how Daemon and Rhaenyra were not there, but everybody else was still there.
Remember, they left to take the kids home.
Yeah, but
she'll come back the next day on Dragonback.
Oh, that's right. She did say that. Okay,
yeah,
makes sense. All right. So yeah, they made everybody else straight bend the knee right then and there, or you done.
Or they put you in the dungeon of the tongues.
Man, now we got to talk about two main things. But the first thing is we be clubbing was on the road, man. But we see since his feet ain't right, maybe he like looking at feet that are. What do you think about that? I just thought about that. That's a good one, huh?
Yeah, Jay. I
don't have pretty feet, my lady. May I look at yours? Ooh, a little bit of ankle meat. I never saw ankles so pale, my lady.
When she took her shoes off, I was like, why is she getting so comfortable in front of the simpleton? You know what I mean? Like, you the queen. You don't, come on now. You don't do this stuff in front of people. You getting undressed. So at first I was like, what's going on here? Then when she put the feet on top of the table, I said, oh my goodness, he into feet. So I'm like, the same thing. His foot is messed up. So therefore he got to look at the perfect feet. And you didn't see it, but I texted you one time. I was like, oh Jay, I got to get my feet washed in milk and honey ASAP. Because how wish is his command when he see them feet.
Right. I wonder how in the world did he talk that up? More of your wishes could be my command if you would just, Show me a little ankle or two.
But you know what? The funny thing is, I could see how that conversation would happen because she, from the moment he killed his brother and his father, she had to look at him side eye. So, you know.
And she kind of felt she owed him.
He don't come in. He come in unannounced. He just comes straight in the spot.
Literally, he was coming unannounced under that robe. I just let you know. I didn't say here it comes. I just did it unannounced.
Yay! Oh my gosh! I was like, this is ridiculous. How did they work this in? Like, it was really sick, and she just had to just turn away. Like, ugh. Go ahead, watch these feet and do what you got to do because I need you. So go ahead.
I've never seen feet so lovely.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
They've only had precious steps, whereas mine drag. They don't move gracefully.
And then she cocked it up on the chase. Forget it.
Went to town then.
It was over. Like, do what I gotta do immediately.
Right. Instead of we be clubbing, he was about to shoot the club up.
He did shoot the club. I'm done. That part was so crazy, but we know he's gonna do anything for her, point blank and period now, because forget it. Like, if that's your driving force, you pissed off, all she gotta do is spread her toes apart. It's over for you.
Good thing she don't have webbed feet.
That probably to set him off now. Immediately he'd have been gone. You never know. I don't know. Like, who in the chat has a foot fetish?
Yeah, not me. I don't understand why he do, because I mean they wear them open toes and slander them dirty ass feet they had back there. Look at everybody with them dirty feet. They look like hobbits.
Hers is perfect, so that makes it worse because hers is bathed in milk and honey, Jay.
I know, right?
Right.
They've been taken care of so well.
I gotta go do mine tomorrow.
I will feel for those ankles.
He did. His father and his brother. Okay.
Right. He did. He killed his family, so you know he ain't playing. And then he caught old boy trying to leave and brought his ass back. He was in a hurry to snitch. You know, and he locked up all the hand servants, the handmaid's tale. He got rid of all the
comes out too.
Yeah, he put them in the basement. So you know he'd do anything for her. And then, in the same hand, he'll switch and stab her in the back because he told the pops those long nights could benefit you too.
Oh gosh, disgusting.
Boy, he turned over like an apple pie, boy. He ain't tripping. You need something? I need you. Like, he ain't no joke, man. So, then last but not least, before we get ready to get into power, we shutting down this party. Y'all ain't having no king coronation. Break that shit up. Bust through with the dragon. But why she ain't burn nobody, or eat nobody, or do nothing? She just breaking shutting the party down? What's up with that?
So I didn't get that either, because had she burned all, I mean, the story would have been over had she burned them all, but
right.
But nobody could come back for her if she burnt, because everybody there, forget it.
Right. So, that would have been the end of the story.
That'd have been the end of the story. So what do you think was her MO? To show them like, yo, I'm a Don too. Like, you don't got me, you can't control me. What was that move?
I don't know. I think she might have done something, but she got respect for Allison, maybe. And when Allison stood in front of Aegon
to protect her son,
yeah, maybe she was like, "We'll meet again," you know. But you know, she should have just roasted their ass like a barbecue and then been done, and it would have been over. Rhaenyra could have came, took her spot, and it would have been moving on like it was, and it would have been over. And that would have
get me over, Jay. So right. It's about to be on.
Right, that would have been a one season show. So yeah. But when she snuck off to the side, I knew right there, and I'm like, oh, she about to get that dragon. She about to ride out.
So let
But
me tell you what I knew.
I thought she'd have been outside waiting for him. I didn't think she was gonna bust up through the bottom.
So I didn't think she was gonna bust up to the bottom. I thought we was gonna see the commotion outside. But as soon as she looked up and saw where she was going, she knew I'm going to the keep. So
right.
She didn't need to look back for that soldier no more, which was good, right?
She knew. She's like, I'm about to watch this. Yeah,
exactly. So she knew what she was
building. I thought that the building was gonna be destroyed because I'm like, we never seen this building,
right?
So I thought something gonna happen here. So, yeah.
But it's so funny how the brothers are. So I will say, to me, they have a lot of similarities with the Power and the Hot D, because you see in how they're talking about the usurping the power system. So the brothers like, he should be this. So when you at the top, you got everybody to worry about because everybody want your spot.
Oh, I forgot. Speaking of brother, I just knew the one-eyed bandit was gonna slice his brother and kill him. Especially when he like, yeah, well, let me leave and go away from here. I don't want to be found. He was like, yeah,
that could be arranged.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not into the books. I'm more of a cinematic person. I'm not into the comic books or other stuff and Marvel and all. I'm just a cinematic person. So, you know a little bit more. You could give a little bit about what you know and what you think and whatever. It's up to you. I'm gonna let it up to you what you say on that.
Okay, so I'll say it like this. You see how Aegon didn't want nothing to do with it, right? But you saw how that power filled his system when he saw the people, everyone was there. It got to him. We already know he's evil. He don't care. He got a bunch of bastard children. You said we have these kids, they were talking about sharpening their nails and their teeth in their little mini Coliseum thing.
He made them do that?
He's evil. He's condoning it. He was frequenting in that spot. So he's evil. He's not going to get no better. The power literally got to his head. However, the one we know we got to worry about is One-Eye Jack. It's going to be on, let's say, Damon and 8 Man, like you said earlier. Yes.
I said 8 Man.
Yes.
I said 8 Man is the king. I said 8 Man.
Yes. So we're going to look for Damon versus Aemon. That's all I got to say, because it's about to be on.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. Yeah. We only got one episode left. So from what I've heard from the books and the story, in the next seasons, it's a lot of action to come.
Civil War.
Yeah. Christian Cole, he a straight punk. He smashed dude's face in. He turned straight from Christian to devil, didn't he?
Immediately. You see, that's why you can't just go get the crutches like that, Jay. He wasn't prepared.
Be careful who heart you break, ladies. It went from nice guy to evil.
Yes. And she had good intentions to keep him as her boo. He just couldn't be, on the political stage. But he was going to be the only one.
Yeah, he couldn't be her boo, but he could be a little smashing all these. Yeah, that was messed up, man. He straight bust dude head open, man.
It's an older guy. He just popped straight down on the ball. I'm like, wilding out.
And they just finished the meeting while dude head is just bust.
Bleeding on the table, like, yeah, okay, nah, nobody's leaving this room. Chill.
And then he like, okay, so what's next? All right, yeah, Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. If you all haven't watched it, it definitely is worth checking out. Check it out, watch it, and you can watch one without the other, actually. So if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, check out House of the Dragon. And, it's only 9 episodes right now. One more is next week, the finale. It's really good, interesting. I like it a lot. It's a good show.
I agree with you, Jay. You don't have to watch Game of Thrones to enjoy this prequel. You don't have to at all. So it could definitely stand alone.
I think so too. All right, we about to break down more Raising Kanan. I done brought in my girl Gina G. What's up, Gina? How you doing?
Hi,
Hey,
Gina. We miss you.
definitely, definitely glad to have you back. Gina been working hard, and people got to deal with life, but she here, come back through. We glad to have you as always. Still keep up in Discord, as much as we can. But we just had a real good episode this last episode, Raising Canaan. Gina, what do you think about this last episode? And what stood out to you? This episode 9.
I thought it was a great episode. I felt bad for Marvin and Renee because she was truly innocent. I enjoyed the conversation with you, Kim and her sitting down, the reconciling, the moving forward. Lulu and Rock, they did what they had to do.
Taking out
and, Famous. He was stupid.
Yeah, he done went down the path now where he may be in trouble, man, more than just out of a home. So we'll see what happens. Let me ask y'all this. So what do you think is gonna happen with Crackhead Sam and Marvin? We saw Marvin tried to put him on the bus and do the right thing, but he got back off the bus. Gina, what's your thoughts on that?
You can't trust crackheads to keep their word. They're crackheads. Like, they lie, they connive, they do a whole bunch of scheming. So you can't trust them when they say, oh yeah, you could believe me. So I feel like he should have just did what he was supposed to do as far as killing him. Like, she told you how to get it done. You should have just did it. Understandable. You trying to change change your life. But that was something that needed to be done. Not only that, she should have told him why it needed to be done. Because he would have got it done. It's like they never communicate with each other. So I feel like she should have been honest and told him, like, we need this done. Your nephew is at stake. And he would have got it done.
Definitely. Kelly, what you think about what's going to happen with Sam? And what do you think role he may have in the future? And Marvin, messing up in ways.
I really want to see Marvin tailing the bus because listen, Marvin, I get it. I get where his perspective is, but he needs to be tailing the bus. Like Gina said, you can't trust a crackhead. Not only did you hook him up to leave, you gave him that big stack. What you think? But my thing is this, right? Who he gonna get the crack from? If they got the scene locked down in his neighborhood, right? Where he going? Because he's gonna blow all that money.
He can go somewhere else though with that kind of money.
Right.
He can go to another crack spot, I'm saying, but I get what you're saying. Eventually.
His neighborhood, they got his neighborhood locked. They don't stray far away from home. They do all they mess at home because they crackheads.
Right. He gonna go with his name, normal stomping grounds. I got you. So what I'm saying is this. What is he gonna do as far as is he gonna talk to Burke? Is he gonna get killed? To me, I don't think that this is a good point because even if he told Burke, you got a crackhead's testimony, what's that worth?
Right.
You know what I mean? Plus, he said he didn't know nothing at first. Now he do. So I don't know what's that worth. But I don't know. Would Burke use him talking as a way and as an excuse to pull Rock or Kanan or somebody in for questioning? Now she doing something that start to deserve and earn a death. You see what I'm saying? You pulling people in the station for questioning, doing this, doing that. So that's what I'm saying. I think that they may try to make that happen. I don't think that's a good thing, but I don't know. Do you need y'all seeing something like that, or is he just gonna get killed? They gonna see him walking and rock a bye, baby. Then Marvin Why you ain't doing what we told you to do?
Right.
So
At least Lulu tried to shoot up Warrell and his girl. At least he tried with his, slippery fingers. But this guy put him on a bus and gave him a stack. Like, really? Like, Marvin, no. When, like you said on the first reaction, right? He could have gave him Kanan crack, and it'd have been over.
right.
He wouldn't have had to do the job the dirty way, but he could have just gave him Kanan crack. It would have been over at that point. Why? I mean, yeah, he's trying to, turn a leaf, but I say that again. Rock should have never put him in that situation because she knew what he was just dealing with. Just like you said, a matter of a week or 2 weeks ago now. So she should have never let him get that job. Something else needed to be done. Put Marvin in the building somewhere.
Right. Let me ask you this, Gina. So we saw they killed Cartier Fareed. Do you think they gonna run into the same problems that Lulu ran into by killing Crown so fast, and now you don't know who he owe or none of his business, and then they come back to bite you? Maybe killing Fareed, they don't know who he owe or what he's doing or what. Will that possibly come back to bite him? That's a theory I got. So
I feel like it can, because that don't even look like it was planned out fully. Like, they did it real quick and it just wasn't planned the way it should have been. Same as with Crown. Like, why is he going in the water with ID?
right.
That didn't make any sense. But a part of me believes that Cartier was the one that set up that whole Jamaican thing. I don't know. For some reason, I don't believe Crown owed nobody. I believe that he used that to get Lulu wrapped in with him.
Okay. All right, Kelly, let me ask you this. Throw this in there. What's up with your girl Zaza now that Cavassier is out of the picture? What's going to happen with that?
She gonna just chill with her boo.
You think it's just that simple? She ain't going to be like, what happened to my uncle?
That ain't her uncle. Zaza got two things on her mind: Hot D and spins at the radio station. Okay, that's it. Zaza don't, clearly we've seen she don't care about nothing else. It wouldn't surprise me if how you call it, I can't ever get his name right. Cavassier,
right?
Bob Cavassier was with the Jamaicans, but remember, Clown was a crackhead. So remember when the freaking board was missing? Like, how the board went missing?
Yeah, that's too damn big. That's crackhead behavior.
Yes. So
you got a studio with no board.
I could see him maybe going to Cavassier to get the plug back to get the board. I don't know how that happened. I think Cavassier did help in getting the board back or the equipment. However, I think I'm the only one here between us guys who's like, yeah, it was time for him to go. I think that you can't, if you taking over, I can't play the long game with you if I'm about to take over your shit. I can't I just got to get the chicken nugget theory, bite-sized information, the small but satisfying, and get it over and done with, because I'm taking over.
I never heard the chicken nugget theory, but that was interesting.
Yes.
Drop some new knowledge over here.
Yes.
Dropping gems. Some of you. But no, let me ask y'all in the comments. How many of you all think it was time for Cavassier to go? Put a 1C if he had to go. Put a 2C if you think he should have been around a little longer. Yeah, Kelly, I didn't think it was time for him to go. So I am different on that one. I thought we could have did a little more with him. Dina, did you think it was time for him to go, or should he stuck around a little more?
No, I wanted to see what kind of damage he was gonna do before they took him out. Like, I feel like they should have got hit a whole lot more before he was taken out.
Yeah, I wanted to see him and Rock. I wanted to see him and Rock tag team and then take out the Italians. Then she take him out.
I wouldn't have mind that, but he had to go. From the moment he slapped down the Dreddy, I was like, forget it. He got to go. He got to go. and then you unbox up the other boy who's supposed to be, your top guy. Man, you gotta go.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, the minute he told Rock that he a taker, forget it.
Yeah, we heard what Kay Leezy thought about that. What's your thought about how he came at Rock trying to get, as Lamont say, penny draws? And then he said he take what he want and want what he take. Is that a line that normally works, Gina?
No, not at all. Because what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody don't see it for you, they don't see it for you. Like, what you talking about? But yeah, like, I feel like he was stupid. He told her all his secrets, and she used it against him. Like, she used the information that he gave her to further the shit that she had going on. So he was dumb in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he thought
Thinking with his little big head.
Mm-hmm.
That little big head.
Yes. Come on now.
All right.
He's sleeping on Rock.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he needed to stay long, but I would have liked to see more. Plus, I don't think she knows enough about his business yet. But I guess she'll get what she need from the other guy, I guess. But we'll see. I guess he knows too much.
And he told her, I'm not gonna consider nothing if Cartier is in play. So she got to take over. She officially took over, and I like to take over.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens now.
Now, speaking of takeover and what's gonna happen now, we saw the Italians. They trying to get that muscle and information on Rock so they can take over. But Unique said, "I ain't going out like that." You know, Kelly, what did you think about how Unique handled with the Italians and basically saying, "I ain't snitching. I don't give a damn if I am the only one to know."
Yeah, a round of applause for Team Unique. Point blank and period. Like he a real one. He just the ops right now because, as you know, I'm Team Kanan. So he just the ops, but he a real one, and I gotta give it to him because remember from since last week I was saying that he was only connected through the sun. That's what Pop said to him. You understand? So what now? I don't have no allegiance to you at this point because our mutual connection is gone. Now Unique would have been beneficial to Pops had he took him on his offer, but no. So that means I'm looking to see what teamwork Unique and Rock do. If we got to team up just to get this guy out of the picture, fine. So be it. And after that, we at war again.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I see where you coming with that. Gina, what you think about how Unique handled the Italians, and do you think that might cost them in the end? Because he kind of on the island right now. He ain't with Rock all the way. He ain't with them all the way. What's gonna happen?
I enjoyed the way that he stood tall. I had a feeling that he would.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as Rock, it's her that has to put the pettiness aside. Because he's always been about the business. She's always been about get back and petty. Even though stuff was started on her side. So he's never been the one to be like on no shadiness. Everything that he turned around and he did to her was get back for what her side did. So she's the one that would have to bury the hatchet. But I do feel like they could work together and get Baselli out of here.
Yeah.
That's a great point that you made, Gina. And I'll say this, and I know I might catch hell, but the reason it is the way it is because Unique, as a man thinking analytically, business, dollars, cents, money, no emotions, getting into it. Like he said, Marvin and them shot at me and my son. He ain't trying to come and kill them and do that because he ready to move on. That was that. It was business. We moved on, whatever. Whereas Rock is personal, it's emotional, and she not letting stuff go. And that's the difference. And, you know, women, emotional, men, analytical. But you need the two to work together. It's not that one is worse off than the other. because you need a little of both to be successful person. But it seems that they both doing that, and we'll see how it works out in the end. She been kind of getting him. I mean, he's been broken down now to working under her, so we'll see how it all play out in the end.
Jay, I got a couple things to say about that. First of all, to me, Unique is winning. He don't got to do all the major work no more. He's sitting back. All the stuff is coming to him, right? Because sometimes the second in control is the Don, because you don't have to get your hands particularly dirty. So I think he's winning, but I don't think Rock is emotional. I think she's sinister, right? So, but I don't think she makes emotional judgment. She's killing kids. She could be potentially killing grandmas and grandpas. She's that kind of person. But I don't think she's emotional. I think she's extremely calculated. She's just sinister. So she don't have emotions.
But she killed that kid G Wiz out of emotion, though. She didn't have to kill him right then. He wasn't even,
somebody has to go.
Right there over her son.
So she don't care.
I don't feel like she is calculated, because I feel like if she was, all her stuff will fall into place, and it don't. So she not.
It's a negative on the negative side. It ain't the most constructive calculation here. But I don't think it's emotion. I think that for the most part, she's white and wrong.
I think it's both. I think she is sinister and evil, but her emotions get in it, and then that make it worse. So I don't know. Like, if she was a little more calculated, maybe she would have handled that meeting in the bowling alley differently. Not to say give up your brother, but we could figure out something else. Not, fork you, pay me type. You know what I mean? Get out my face.
Just be quiet. Just be quiet and be like, I feel you. Okay, I don't got to do what you say to do.
But he might think you agreeing if you do that. I'm gonna have to say something. Hey, look, maybe this ain't gonna work with that, but let's figure out something else. What about Warrell? I heard he had something to do with it.
I wouldn't have gave him no options. I'd have just been like, I hear you.
Yeah. I mean, we see how it happens. So, I mean, that's one thing we talked about as well in Discord. So both of you ladies, being New York ladies, people from New York, not necessarily saying you ladies, but just in general, people from New York don't look at people from New Jersey or gangsters from New Jersey as serious threats or as serious as gangsters or New York. I mean, gangsters or, whatever in New York. Is that that's about accurate? Similar to how in Chicago we have Gary, Indiana, and not to say that's vacation spot, but a lot of people in Gary claim Chicago or say this or that or just as bad, but people in Chicago don't see it that way. They'd be like,
right.
Oh. So I get it. So, but that don't mean nothing can happen though as well, because anything can happen to anybody, anywhere, by anybody. So, not to say that Jersey boys don't get down if they need to. So
right, we just cocky, Jay. We just cocky. So you could be a Don in your own right, but we cocky. So we can't give it to you just like that. I'm sorry. So I think that's what it is. So, we may underestimate people because we New Yorkers.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a meme on Instagram that said New Yorkers think that they're the best thing to North Carolina, but they crossed it out and they was like, New Yorkers think that they're the best thing to everywhere they go.
Yes, it's true.
I can see how that is, because coming from Chicago, I had that feeling about pretty much anywhere we would go. Like, we've been through more, or had this or did that or whatever, and everywhere else is slower. So only place I never been to New York, so I can't say that, but Only place that people from Chicago that I knew would probably give another place credit is LA or New York. Two bigger cities and got a lot more stuff going on than us. So we'll give that credit. But pretty much no other city we will give a little credit to about anything. Like, man, they ain't doing nothing. No, they ain't about nothing. Man, they ain't this, they ain't that. You talk about LA and New York, we'll give some credit. You know, they this, they that. They do a little this, that.
Right.
So I get it, you know. Now it goes something. Burkle, my little detective nerd, Burkle. I think she getting fired, man. They gonna find out she just lied to the captain, talking about she ain't sniffing in somebody's backyard when not only she sniffing, she eating their dinner and everything.
Oh,
I mean, you know, Kelly, what's gonna happen with her? Is she gonna get caught, fired? I think she gonna get fired.
I like that, Jay. I like if she gets fired because then she'll be rogue to do whatever she wants to do. That might add a lot of excitement.
Yeah, huh? And then she gets killed because she's not a cop no more.
Right. I do like that, Jay. From you just said it in my head when ding ding ding. Yeah, she could go rogue. She could do more damage. Yeah, I like that. I definitely like that. I just don't know what's gonna happen to her. Maybe she'll be laid off, you know, suspended or something like that. And I think if they allow her to go rogue, that'd be good for the show. But other than that, you know, I think she gotta go.
Mm-hmm. I need to finish my theories videos.
I
need to go back to cranking out my little 10-minute theory videos. How many of y'all remember my videos, man?
But Jay, come on, so we can remember it like in real time.
All right, Gina, what you think about Burke and what may happen with her and her little nosy self?
I agree that she should get fired. She do too much, and then she does it out in the open like nothing is discreet. She lying to the captain. You know he already don't like you. He just had words with you. And then you lied to his face. He picked up that phone so quick, I was surprised his head wasn't spinning.
I know, right?
Like, she does too much.
At all. Right.
And if I was her girlfriend, I would have kicked her ass out the bed. Like, you got to go with this Howard. So go get in Howard's bed.
I know.
Like, I'm tired of hearing about this man. Like, she's just too fixated on what's going on with Howard.
She's obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
But we see that she was telling her girlfriend, like, the only reason why she got that job is because of her family. So she feels like she really got to prove herself. But the way that she's going about it is like,
right,
you're going to earn yourself an early grave.
Right. Like, I don't understand that.
Celebrated when they put you in the ground, like, you know, have the decorated officers.
Right.
You know, they get the flag, they get all these accolations, and she's getting nothing. Mm-hmm. Because look how you going about it. Like, she's just so fixated on him.
And how is she proving herself by investigating her partner? How is that proving herself? Exactly. It's so dumb.
I guess she figures if she brings his shooter to justice, you know, that's her way, you know, to be proven as somebody that's like, you know, doing their job and a great detective. But
remember, she was on to him from before he got shot. She was suspect from then. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, Gina.
Yeah, that's weird. She need to take her butt home and live her life and stop sweating him. She don't have no other cases in New York, no other murders, stabbings, robberies, Central Park 5. She should have been investigating that shit. Support gaming, spread love with the super chat. I appreciate you, brother. He said, I got a theory. JAYMOOREREVIEWS is Breeze right in plain sight.
Love it.
I do have a clip from when I am in season 2 as Breeze. Let's show you that clip. I was at a meeting, but I wasn't about to let it slide. Meeting over. Meeting adjourned.
Best theory ever, Jay. Best theory ever.
Sound good to me. Cut the check.
Real quick, if they don't show Breeze in the last episode, please, y'all, let that man's name be kept silent until we see him.
Until they bring it right.
I'm tired of it.
Now let me ask you this though. So who is it in the door that her famous name called so many times? I know what people say. Gina, let me hear from you. What's your thoughts on that?
I didn't see anybody. I just saw the door, open a slight bit. So I'm not sure if that's a neighbor or if that's somebody in the game.
They saying, well, I'll tell you what people saying. They saying it's the old man that saw Kanan whoop Freddie ass with the gun.
That.
So I don't know. I have to look into it because I don't remember that scene.
Yeah, the old man did come out the door.
In the hallway. Yeah, he was.
He was in the hallway. Okay.
Okay. So do you got any theories if it is him, what may or may not happen, or you don't know yet?
I'm not sure. I'm just anticipating to see who it is.
Okay.
I know when I was looking at some comments, the people were saying, "Oh, that's Breeze that opened the door." Like,
right.
I don't know.
People are saying Breeze, and people are saying the old man. Kay Leezy, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. What you think?
Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna allow it. Jay. Because why would they even introduce Breeze like that? People do that. Come on, I'm just gonna allow it. But
hey, I see you a shooter. Want to sell some dope?
Yeah, come on now. Yeah, it's more likely to be the Pops. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is that person, if they were behind the door, peeping through the peephole, they heard Famous' name. They heard him call Famous. I know that's you. But check this out. Gina and I were talking, and we were discussing what Famous is going to do with that gun, right? Because normally when you shoot somebody like that, unless you're trying to be a bad man, then the next thing to do is toss it, right? If they find that gun, Kanan Prince is on that gun.
Anything could have happened with that much time. They could have wiped it down. Famous had it in his pocket. There's no telling what he done fingered it all up.
Well, but anyway, his prints in his system.
Well, at least Famous Prince is on it. I don't know about Kanan. You don't know if this boy was making love to the damn gun, touching it all over, playing. You know how people get out, or you may not know. But when you're young and you get a gun for the first time, you be that's why you see so many idiots shoot themselves, because you start getting all in fact when you're young. Now, when you're older, you'd be like, oh yeah, well, I ain't trying to blow my nuts off.
Right.
You'd be more careful.
Corinne should be on it too, right? Since she passed it to him.
Yeah, and the mama. So they probably all on it more than Kanan by now. But anyway, that still is a too close for comfort trail. And if Famous get caught with that, he probably, hey, Kanan, help me. And telling what may happen with that. They probably have to kill him.
You think Famous may make him talk out Kanan's name? I don't know.
But they got a stupidity. It just
but he does talk a lot.
He does all the time. Just a goofy. So that kind of makes me wonder a little bit, because at his age, growing up in New York, like I know by that age in Chicago, you knew better than to be saying stuff and acting a certain way around stuff. And if you was silly like that, you knew to keep that together until you got indoors with your little silly friend. But you don't be, goofballing around the hood like you go get whooped and stuff all the time. Robbed, you gonna be a target. So,
and your best friend mama is the Don. You supposed to know better.
Right. Exactly. And Kanan walk around a little too broke all the time. But again, he ain't trying to mess with Rock, I guess. But she should have always had $1,000 in his pocket at all times down there.
But he wasn't that kid. He was flossed out all the time. You understand? It's not like if you got the money to go buy gear, you got all the gear you need. So you flossed out 24/7, right? You got a couple $100 in your pocket, you 15, 16, you good. You don't need nothing.
It ain't like he got bills to pay.
Exactly. He don't need nothing, and he not directly in the game. So he don't need to be walking around with money. What he gonna buy? What he already have? You only walking with that money if you profiling. If you really got money and you come from money, you ain't walking with that amount of money on as no kid. You don't need nothing.
That's true. I know somebody that mama was with a dope boy at the time, and that boy used to be straight, but
because his mama was with the dope boy.
And
the dope boy was his father. Exactly. So they forcing off of the dope boy hype. That's why you got the stack. But if you lineage, if this is your life, you don't what you need it for.
Nah.
That's how people think. People who got money think different from people who want money.
Yeah, I guess, she trying to keep him, I guess, growing up without flossing too hard.
You and Marvin don't even got no money. You think Kanan go have money?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of money, yeah, I do too. Speaking of money, though, now she got this house, but it was snow on the roof. I mean, how much time is it? The winter time? I mean, it's always cold in the world of power, but I mean, I wonder what she gonna do with the old house. She should have let Kanan have it. Let Famous live there. But now she finally got security. She had this house. She got the keys. It's all done deal. What's gonna happen? Is this her forever home? Is she gonna die in this? Or what y'all think gonna happen with this home?
Nothing good.
Well, Kanan already don't want to be bothered and don't want to go there. Gina, do you think Kanan and Rock, what's gonna happen when he confront her about the lies? Because he still ain't told her that he got the paperwork to know that Howard is his daddy. So what you think gonna happen with that?
I feel like I'm ready for that confrontation. He needs to say something to her because she's doing too much. Like, she's not gonna come out full right and say nothing. She didn't say nothing to him when she saw him, when she followed him to Howard's house. She didn't say nothing. It's like she just keep on trying to push it to the back. Like, let the boy know what's going on. Especially, it makes you, not be able to come back from all of these lies. Mm-hmm. Like, he's distancing himself. He told you that he's leaving and he's going to Famous house for one. That I don't understand. Because you could be as mad as you want to be. Go be mad in the room. You don't got to say nothing to me. But you could be my underage kid and you just going to stay with your homeboy who's also underage. Like, what the hell is going on with these parents?
Right. It's so bizarre.
Out here in New York, we have on the news, like when it's 10 o'clock, it used to, well, it still does. They'll say, it's 10 o'clock, it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? That was on the TV.
They do that still?
They still do it when the news comes on. And it's like, they know where your kids are. Your kid is out in somebody's house.
No.
And then that boy is going to commit a robbery. He just killed somebody. Like, it's crazy.
And your kid is in the mix. Gina, I agree.
I'd be so like, that ain't my kid. They grown. Shoot.
You gonna still be in the house. Or how Juke did. Juke went to her house. You go to Marvin's house.
Right.
But you stay with no Famous house.
Right. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. The fact too that Famous is living on his own in whatever the project in this building, like you gonna be mad right here and you go huff and puff every day in this crib in front of the mirror in the bathroom until you compose yourself.
Mm-hmm. Support Gaming, thank you for the super chat, fam. Appreciate it. He said Kanan should have went to school instead of being in the game. I hope when see a replay of Kanan's death and raising Kanan, he says, I wish I listened to my moms and went to school. Then a big rich town sad version. That would be a good way to end the show, huh? Mm-hmm. Damn, y'all already knew how my school ended.
Right.
I just took my ass to school and passed that test. Oh well, get for the next spinoff.
I'm done. But Jay, can I say this and piggyback on what Gina was saying? Rock not talking and explaining things to everybody, she's making the matters worse, because when Gina said she should have said something to Kanan before, she also said she should have told Marvin the reason why she wanted Sam done off. Because if you tell Marvin we got to done Sam because he putting Kanan in the line of fire, Marvin wouldn't have had no problem doing what he had to do because he take care of family. They do have that thing with each other. So just to go and say, yes, I agree with Gina yet again, because she should have told Marvin what was going on the same way she should talk to her son. If you got that twisted mentality about, oh, boom, everything I do is because I love him, why not talk to him?
Right. She got that do what I say because I said so attitude.
Yeah.
And I learned in leadership positions, like supervisor positions where I'm younger and stuff, it's easier to get people to do the job you want them to do if they understand why you want them to do it and the job they do. You know, so when I would explain stuff a little more, then they wouldn't, think, oh, I was doing this, helping, and they messing up, or they know why you do stuff. You know what I mean? Work together, communication. So, Rock tells this, but she doesn't explain why, and I get it. It can get tiresome every time you need something done. You got to go into a full explanation. But she needs to know who her employees are. They some fork ups. So you need to explain to them to get it right, because they ain't gonna get it right. Like you said, I think that was a good point. If she'd explain to him, look, dude, know too much, this, that, and the other, but then she probably never told Marvin and Lulu that Howard is Kanan's father either. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, I don't think that she did.
Yeah.
I don't think that she did, but that's the problem. I think that them growing up, they had an issue with communication in their household because none of them talk. Like, we talked about it on Discord. Lulu sat and lied to her face when she asked him about Crown. That was the time to, you could get all of this stuff out. That's the time to be honest and to let her know, yeah, I did Crown. And you know why I did Crown. Like, you told me to do it.
Exactly.
Marvin was supposed to tell her about the whole thing with Tony and them. Like, she found out about that after the fact. It's like they don't speak. They don't speak, and then they want to talk after the fact. Like, now we got to come up with a plan. Yeah,
they always trying to go backtrack and fix something. Yeah, they should have spoke, because if he'd have said, hey, I think I need to take Tony out, she probably would have said, man, leave her alone. She ain't thinking about us. That ain't even needed. But nobody talks, and nobody is communicating, so they making these same mistakes over and over again, and it's just disorganized big time.
Like we gotta say, in Jay, I guess Caribbean people, prevention is better than cure. To prevent the problem is better than having to fix it after everything done blown up. You understand? So she's definitely Rock don't operate that way.
Yeah, and it's cheaper.
Exactly.
It's another saying, an ounce of prevention beats a pound of cure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Definitely. So, yeah. All right. Before we get up out of here, ladies, let me ask you, what are your predictions for the finale of season 2? Can you believe 10 weeks, actually 11 weeks, have gone by just like that, and it's all over? Gina, I know it's sad, KBZ. Gina G, what do you think is going to happen for this finale? You can say whatever you want. Predictions, thoughts, what you want to happen. What do you think?
I feel like it's going to be a great finale. Like, I don't know how I feel about this show, but I feel like the finale is going to be great. I feel like they need to just get the Basellis out the way. Like, get them out. We don't need to take them to season 3. It's Rock, so she's going to definitely have problems in another season. So get them out the way. Like, take that out with a bang. Okay. I just hope that as far as the dude Sam, I don't want Kanan to get him up, but that Burke, she's like a dog that don't give up.
Man.
So Yeah, I'm expecting a great show.
Okay. Okay, Leezy, what do you think is going down for the finale?
Well, I want to ask Gina something first.
Okay.
If we get rid of the Italians, who is going to be the villain? Who do you think is going to step up to be the villain? Cavasier's people?
Possibly, or when she goes into DC.
Yeah, they can always bring in a new person.
Okay.
Yeah, Cavassier was new.
Brand new. It's
Right.
over now.
Grand opening, grand closing.
The same day on the same day.
Right.
But I want to see the same things with Gina. I really do want to see them get rid of the Italians. I would love to see what Rock and Unique look like working together, right? So they've been ops from the beginning, but Unique ain't no snitch. So therefore, I would love to see them do a collab just to get rid of this one, and then we could go back to hating each other afterwards, right? And I don't know what to say about Sam. I hope that Marvin kills him. I don't want Burke to get her clutches on him, but to get more excitement from Burke, then she has to. So, either way, now I'm not going to be happy if Burke gets her clutches into him. I would prefer if Marvin kill him. Just done him off one time and take back the stash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That he better hurry up and catch him because that money gonna go quick.
Wouldn't you have followed the bus though to the tunnel? I'd have followed the bus.
Yeah, Marvin a little too trusting. I guess he thought he did the right. I'm gonna stay on the straight and narrow, Marvin. I swear. Hey man, let me off them bus, man. Let me off them bus, man.
You got 2 blocks down.
I saw another comment where somebody said that they thought that he was gonna just go out to Atlanta, and I was like, why? Like he never had no intentions of doing that.
The way you just said why was funny. Like that was straight New York looking down or anywhere else like Atlanta. Why?
Like I was just looking like, what are you talking about?
Right.
He in New York. He ain't going nowhere. Yeah, what? Why? Support gaming with another super chat. Thank you, fam. He said, how would you feel if Raising Kanan ended with it being a made-up story by Kanan in prison telling stories? Man, you coming up with some good ideas over here, man. Support gaming. You need to get in the writer's room, man. That would be upsetting, but interesting. It has been done before, like Dynasty and stuff, where it's a dream or a story. But that would be cool. It would be a twist. It would be tripped out. Before I get y'all thoughts on that, let me play a little something for Support Gaming coming through with these sharp theories.
The crunchy stuff, Jay. The crunchy stuff.
So how would you feel if it was all a dream, all a story?
I would love it if he was recanting the actual stories, not like a made up story, but in the position where right before he got out of jail to go and plot against Ghost, when they had him locked up. Yeah, I think that would be good if it puts it right.
Zeta froze.
But yes, I think that would be good. Right?
I didn't even see that she was froze like that.
Yeah, I thought she was just like, what, Kelly?
When you said Gina, I thought she was there. Yeah, sometimes you get froze on the worst screens.
Right.
That was actually kind of funny though. I'd have been like,
yes, but definitely, I think that would be a good spin. That he's telling this prior to in his spin during jail. I think that would be good.
Yeah, that would be good. That'd be fine. And also, I would take Raising Kanan all the way up to him in jail. I mean, you could throw some time jumps. Hell, show him beating some ass in jail. I don't get that.
But you said beating some ass, Jay?
Yeah, not with an E. I said with a B. With a B. B.9.
Glitches going on. There was some glitches going on. My bad.
I don't want to see him at the salad bar. Come on, Naya. No.
That's for Real Talk Tuesdays. That's for Real Talk Tuesdays.
Right.
My bad. Plug.
Ding. Yeah, you do not want to see that. Yeah. Gina say her computer died on her, so shout out to Gina for coming on through. We was about to get up out of here, so she made it to the end. Appreciate it. Yeah. Everybody, thank you for coming through to hear about Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, and also Power, Raising Kanan. Don't forget to check out my girl, Kay Leezy, at Instagram at BK All Day 358. We got something for the ladies.
Yes. And some gems for the fellas. Come through. Pull up.
Pull up. All right. I thank everybody for coming through. Appreciate it. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend. And we up out of here. Deuces. Peace. We up out of here.